Hi everyone, in this video we're going to take a look at how we can create a player life system by using a static script that's going to hold a lot of data for our player, and we're going to also take a look at how we can kill our player. So let's get started. So in the last video we have created the script that we use for handling anything that is related to like the coin that the player is collecting, but that script is also called player data, and I've named it this way because I also want that script to hold everything that our player is doing. And for example, I want to handle the number of life that that my player has. So here I'm just going to create a new variable in that script. If you don't have that script, just watch the video that I've made previously, because this is where I've created it. Basically it's simple. You go here, new script, you select just a simple node, you give it that class name here, player data, and then here you put static var coin, and you have like basically the same script. So here what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna create a new static variable. So for that I'm gonna type static var, and I'm gonna call this one elf, and I'm gonna set it equal to 4 per default. And so now that I've created that, I need to save, and once I have saved, I can go back, for example, to my player script, and at the top I could say, for example, var elf is equal to player underscore data dot elf. Okay, and I can access my number of life this way, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do something different. Basically here what I want to do is like I want to have that system of life for my player. So if for example I have a danger, at some point I can take some damage, and if I don't have any more life, I'm dying, like typical things. Here what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna just use the coin for testing if I can actually lose life. So for that I'm gonna go back to my script here. I'm gonna go to coin, and I'm going to coin because coin has already everything to detect the player. He has like a sort of like zone here that can detect if the an object is named player, and if the object is named player it can do things. So here what I want to do is like I want to access in the function that I've created before, same thing, that script is in the video that I've made before this one. So here I'm gonna do player data dot elf is minus equal to 1, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a print, and in the print I'm gonna type player data dot elf. So now let's have a look. So normally I should be losing elf here. Actually I'm going to do something here. I'm going to say your life is equal to, I'm going to do this, no, this like that, and so like this it will print your life is equal to and the number of elf that we have. So I come here. So now let's see, your life is equal to 3, okay, up, your life is equal to 2, your life is equal to 1, perfect. So now we need to kill the player and make play the animation that hold the death of our player. So I need to go back to my main level, I need to go back to my player script, it is right here. And I need to check how I am doing my thing. So up to now, I am doing everything by having a state machine. So here we're going to do something that is no different. I'm going to go under jump. I'm going to come here and I'm going to create a new function, and that function I'm going to call it dead. And that function for now I'm going to pass. And here in player state, in the match current state that we have here, I'm going to create a new player state dot dead. And here I'm gonna call my dead function. Okay, so now we need to go back to our anim tree that we have created, and that anim tree is holding all the animation that we have. And so here I need to create a new blend space 2D, and that blend space 2D I'm gonna call it dead. I'm just gonna put it here. I'm just gonna click on the script icon. I'm gonna on the blend here, I'm gonna put that on the 3 little dot, and here I'm gonna come to that icon, create point. I'm gonna left click, add animation, and I'm gonna look for dead. Here I'm gonna left click, add animation, I'm gonna look for dead. Here I'm gonna left click, add animation, I'm gonna look for dead. And here left click, add animation, and I'm gonna look for dead as well. So now we have all of that. We can actually access that to our script. So we're gonna do it the same way we have done before. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna come to dead. I'm gonna pass that, but here instead of sword, it's gonna be dead. And so now we need to have a way to check the number of lives that we have. And so for that, I can do that in the function move, because the function move is the one that is set up by default into my script. That's the pivot function that handles everything. And so here, what I can do is like I can say if player underscore data is smaller or equal to 0, then I can change the current state. I can say current state equal player state dot dead. And because here in my physics process I have, what is that? Player data dot elf. I've made a typo. Voila. Player data dot elf. And so I can say current state equal player state dot dead. And because here I have already made a reference to my player state dead, and this linked it to the dead function, then here I can play my anim's travel state dead. So let's see if it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work, but let's see. First I need also to have something else. I need to come here and I need to create a new coin, because I have like 4 life. So I'm gonna come here, Control D, and I'm gonna put that coin, so let's say here. Okay, so now I come here, I select 1 coin, 2 coin, and then so here you can see as my life, I lose life. And so what's gonna happen here? That's good. So now my animation is dead, but as you can see, there's a problem, is that we've completely disappeared. So that's normal, basically, like we have removed the player here. We have not removed the player is still here. I'm going to show you actually. I'm going to go to debug, visible collision shape. Let's come here. And so you can see the player is there. I come here, I can select all of this. And you can see the player is still here, but now we can't move, we can't do anything. And this is normal, it's because we need to first we need to reset the state of our player. So for that we need, because we do that in the animation player here at the end of the animation player, what we can do in our dead animation, we can come here, I can add track, call method track, I can call that on my player, and then here I can make a right click, insert key, and I can look for my function on state reset that we have created before, and so it will reset the state to my player. So now it's gonna work. Now you're gonna see that the player gonna be reset at its normal state moves. And here what's going on is very simple. Basically what's going on is that now the life of our player is 0, and because it is 0, it is stuck into a loop. So for that, what we need to do here is that when we are dead, we need to reset our number of life. So here what I can do is like I can say player underscore data dot elf is equal to 4. So now let's have a look. I come here, I collect, I'm gonna die, and then now my player can restart. So this is good, but that's not automatically fully what I want. What I want is also the level to restart. So here for that, what I can do is like I can just come here and I can say get underscore tree, then dot reload current scene, and then it's gonna reload the scene to what it was before I die. So let's have a look. I come here, I lose 1 life, 2 life, 3 life. Here I'm gonna die, and you can see that here now the problem is that we don't have the time to play our animation, which is a problem. So here what's going on is that when I have lost all my life, I am at 0, I'm changing my state to dead. Dead leads me to that function, and here I am playing a certain animation, my dead animation. I am resetting my elf to just get out of the loop of that animation being played all the time, and then here I am reloading my scene. But the problem is that here, my animation, if I go back to my animation player, that animation, my animation is 1 second. So I need to wait 1 second before to like restart all of this. And for that, what I can do is I can use what is called a coroutine. So for that, I can just do await, then get underscore tree, this is gonna get the tree that we have right here. Then here I can do dot create underscore timer. You see it's suggested by Godot. Then here between parentheses, I can give the time that I want that timer to be set. So here it's going to be 1. And then I can get out of the parentheses and do dot timeout. And then basically when that function is going to be called, it's going to come here, it's going to play the animation dead, it's going to wait for 1 second, and then we're going to reset the player health to 4, and it's going to reload the current scene. So now it should work. So let's have a look. I come here, I use 1 life, 2 life, 3 life, and when I come here, I play the animation, and it reset to where we were before. So with that, we have the basic of a life system for our player. Here I've used the coin to not make the video too long because we already have that object, but in the future we're going to create an enemy, and so we're going to use the exact same logic for the enemy to damage us. And with that, we're done with this video, and I will see you in the next one.